Bowling for Soup, and you're watching Under the Gun TV. Our band has been together for 20 years. We had our 20th anniversary in June, and the amount of people that we know on this tour is just absolutely ridiculous.
So then a year later, 2003, I saw you guys play Zootopia in Giant Stadium.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yes. You shared the stage with Aerosmith.
Yes.
Ashanti, Ja Rule, Lisa Marie Presley, TLC, and the original American Idols. So, like, that's kind of crazy.
It's a little insane. Some of the shows that we've played in the past, you know, like we did another very, very similar show in LA that same year and shared the stage with Kiss, for Christ's sake. You know, I mean, it's like you don't get any. It doesn't get any bigger than Aerosmith and Kiss. You know.
So that was in 2003. So that's, like you said, you don't get bigger than that. That's huge.
Yeah.
So then 2004, which is a year later, when you put out a Hangover You Don't Deserve, and you put out 1985. So it goes from, okay, I like this punk band, they were awesome, then all of a sudden, whoa, like they're playing Zootopia, and then all of a sudden I'm like walking in my house and like my aunt's dancing around to 1985, and I'm like, what's going on right here? So that was like, what? And then you turn on the radio and you can't put anything on without hearing 1985. So then fast forward now, we're like another decade later, and you're still touring the country. You're huge in the UK. So how does that even work? It's like huge, and then like even a decade goes by, and you're still doing all this. Like,
you know, it's really strange for us because we a couple of years ago, like, absolutely decided to start slowing things down. People have families and other responsibilities and everything. So it's like, all right, let's think about, you know, maybe, you know, curbing things back just a little bit. But then as soon as we made that decision, just another era, I guess, started.
Unfolded.
For us. Yeah. But I will say, you know, this Warped Tour is going to be our only time on the road this year.
And I think it's really cool that, like, after all this time, like, I saw, like, on, like, your Facebook page, like, all the pictures you put up of all the fans coming up that have, like, tattoos, Bowling for Soup tattoos and all that stuff. Is that still humbling to see that?
Yeah, and you know, very, very humbling, but still a little bit weird. The weirdest thing is there are people who get tattoos that we have. So, like, you know, something that I...
Like the same tattoo as you?
Yeah, something
that's a little weird.
That I did as, like, a personal thing for me. Someone gets a picture of it on the internet and then, you know, comes up at a show and they're like, hey, I got the same tattoo that you did. And it's like, okay.
Why do you have my niece's teddy bear on your arm?
Exactly.
It seems like you guys have a really good relationship with the band Pat and Pending, who are Long Island guys. You know, just as much as you guys were responsible for me to be into punk rock, they were too, because when I was young, I would go see them in church basements, and if I didn't have money to get in, Joe would come and let me in the back door of the show, and just, I mean, I'm grateful to those guys endlessly. To tell me about your relationship with them.
Those guys are some of our favorite people in the entire world. You know, we consider Pat and Pending our little brothers. You know, that band is Bowling for Soup 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Or 12 years ago, you know, whatever. And it's just awesome to be able to have sort of relationship with another band where you kind of see, you know, a little bit of yourselves in them, and it's like, okay, well, we got to do everything that we can to help these guys out.
In my eyes, and don't take it the wrong way when I say this, I think they're fucking rock stars, and I think they're fantastic at what they do. But I feel like they're so underappreciated, and they should be so much bigger than they are, at least in the United States.
They're getting there, man. It's happening, and I can see it happening.
Well, what's crazy to me is like they go to the UK, and people go nuts in the UK over them, and I see it all over the internet. I saw the video of them at Download Festival with an ocean of people in front of them. it's weird. Like how does that work when you hit in the UK before you hit in your own country?
You know, because that's exactly what happened for us.
Really?
And it was really strange because we had. It's funny. It was I want to say 2002 or 2001, and things were just off the charts in the UK, and so a major rock publication over there sends a journalist and a photographer out to spend 3 days with us in California.
Mm-hmm.
And one show that they came to, no one showed up. Like 0 people paid to get in.
Really?
And then the next night, I think 3 people paid to get in. And
it's 300% more.
Yeah, exactly. But and it's like, so they're coming over to do this
Big
piece
feature on you,
on a band that's just absolutely going nuts in their country, and they come to 2 shows where there's no one at. It was absolutely awesome. They got a great piece. We crashed a wedding with them. Like, we were one of the hotels that we were staying at. One night there was a wedding party, and we were like, fuck it.
Let's just do it.
Let's go to a wedding. And the reception was already happening, and we saw that there was free booze, and we're like, all right, man,
That works.
We're going. We're gonna dance. Here we go.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna ask 2 more questions.
All right.
One, another thing that I just took off of social media. Do you guys always travel with really cute French bulldogs?
That is Sherman.
Sherman.
And, he's Chris's dog, and he as long as we're not flying, Sherman is with us. If we're on a bus, he comes with us. That dog grew up on a tour bus. So I believe Chris got him when he was 9 weeks old, and very first week that he had him, we took off on tour. So he knows nothing but life on the road.
So does he do security? What does he do?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, he does a lot of sleeping.
That's
and,
good.
Lots of dog farting.
Okay.
And eating and snorting is what he's really good at.
Yeah. All right, so this last question. So you put out the song 1985 10 years ago, 2004. So now we're in 2014. So if you were to write a song making references back to 1995, is there anything that 1995 has that's worth writing a song about?
The entire landscape of the music scene in 1995 is definitely worth writing about. I say it a million times. I've said it a million times. Like, my golden age of music is like 1988, 89 to about 95. Like that those were my super formative years of.
So like grungy stuff, or
not necessarily grungy stuff, but like some stuff. Well, like, if you want to call Dinosaur Jr. grungy, that's more kind of like art metal or whatever. I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah.
But like Lemonheads and stuff like that, like just storytellers, songwriters. Not necessarily Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots as much as Matthew Sweet and folks of that nature.
what were you doing in 1995?
In 1995, I took a semester off from college to give this whole band thing a go. And
Good idea.
I'm still on that semester off of college.
Okay.
I'm really probably not intending on going back anytime soon. So, hey guys, I'm Eric Chandler from Bowling for Soup, and you're watching Under the Gun TV.